Hey Divine Creators! In today's video, I want to talk about instant manifestations, whether or not they're actually possible, and if so, how to achieve them. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jason and I make videos to help you discover the infinite potential within to create the life of love, joy, fulfillment, well-being, and abundance that you truly deserve. So if you like content like that, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and also tap on the notification bell so that you can be notified of upcoming videos. You may have seen videos claiming instant manifestation and how easy it is to manifest things in minutes or hours, and you're probably asking yourself how valid these videos are. Having practiced conscious manifestation since 2009, I do have my thoughts and experiences on the matter that I'd like to share. The short answer to the question is yes, and please stick around for the rest of the video. There are cases and experiences that I've had of instant manifestation. As we raise our vibration and collectively the vibration of the planet, the potential for instant manifestation is absolutely real. The only reason why we aren't able to instantly manifest things at this very moment is because our level of consciousness, or what we believe is possible, has not reached the level where instant manifestation is a part of our daily lives. Instead, we live in a world where we're used to having to wait through time and space and take massive action in order for things to happen. Now, when I say instant manifestation, or that I've manifested things instantly, I'm not necessarily saying that I've manifested things out of thin air. However, I am sure at some point in the evolution of human consciousness that this would inevitably be possible. We've all heard of the stories where Jesus manifested enough food to feed a whole village pretty much out of nothing, and how he turned water into wine and walked on water. These are all within the realms of possibility, but first things first. We have to practice the art of thought manifestation from the basics. Having healed over 36 things in my body through consciousness alone, without needing a doctor, medicine, or even really supplements, I can tell you that through practice over the years, I'm able to heal myself exponentially faster than when I first started. For example, back in 2015, I had an incident where I had severe reactions from mosquito bites while traveling in Greece, which resulted in waking up in the middle of the night with stiff and painful arms, or fast heartbeat, and a high fever. In that case, I meditated for 3 hours in order to bring my fever down and slow my heart rate down. A couple weeks ago, I voluntarily contracted in order to test myself. Yes, I know that's extreme, but I wanted to see whether or not I could avoid getting sick and also make a point to friends and family. I eventually did end up getting sick. However, I was able to get rid of it literally in 1 day. My girlfriend and her entire family had, and I stayed over there for a few days. No quarantining whatsoever, no needles or anything. And it took my girlfriend 7 days to get rid of her. And she was meditating as well, but I have a lot more experience in healing myself. Either way, I completely subjected myself to the virus. I was actually able to not get sick for about 4 days by keeping myself in a high vibratory state, by telling my body consistently that I loved it and held those feelings of love and gratitude throughout those days. But the day before the 4th of July, I was feeling stressed and anxious, and I kept telling myself that I needed to meditate more and that if I didn't meditate, I would end up getting sick. Of course, as our thoughts and feelings undoubtedly mold and create our reality around us, I did end up getting sick. In my opinion, if I didn't spend that day of July 3rd in anxiety and worry that I wasn't spending enough time tending to my vibration and continued to just send gratitude and love to my body, I would have stayed healthy. This wasn't my first time around the virus, and the last time, which was last August in 2021, I had a very similar situation, and I was able to stay healthy throughout the entire time. And I also did subject myself to getting sick as well. So I ended up on Tuesday morning waking up to an extremely tired body and a very high fever. And I was so tired that when I was driving, I felt like I needed to pull over and just go to sleep. I contracted the virus back in January 2020, also before it became popular, and I was familiar with the symptoms, and even though I never tested for it back then, I knew that it was what I had. I actually made a video about this incident under the title of How to Cure the Flu in Less Than 36 Hours, where I talk about how I basically got it twice within 2 weeks of each other, with the first time lasting 7 days, and when I had healed myself from it after what I thought was too slow and too long of a process, and was really disappointed in myself that it took me 7 days to get rid of it based on all the experience I had healing myself, I asked the universe to give me a second chance, basically so that I could prove to myself that I could get rid of it much faster. 2 weeks later, I indeed got it again, and all the symptoms came back, and I drew from my experience from when I got bit by mosquitoes in Greece and had a fever to give me confidence and knowing that I could get rid of my fever because I did it before in at least as much time as it took for me to get rid of my fever back in Greece, which was 3 hours. So I ended up meditating for 2.5 hours, and my fever broke an hour later and never came back. So that was back in 2020, and I hadn't gotten sick since then. This time, however, because I knew from my previous few times that I could get rid of a fever through meditation, I literally brought down my fever in 20 minutes, and I was seriously burning up. I didn't measure my temperature, but I felt like it was like 103, 104. So this to me is an indication that instant manifestation is absolutely possible. Because something that's taken me 10 times as long before now took me much less time, and logically it makes sense that as I continue to get better at this, that I could probably get rid of my fever within a minute or two. I know it sounds crazy, but in my experience with the progression of how quickly I'm able to heal myself, I do believe it's possible. I had the same experience with headaches and back pain as well before it used to take a whole week to heal injuries, and now it took less than a day. These are just some examples of how we can manifest things in much less time when we have the experience and the knowing that we do indeed have control and influence over the physical world through consciousness. There have been many other times where I've experienced instant manifestation with money as well, where literally I had just finished saying that if I got an Airbnb booking, that I would book a trip. And as soon as I got done saying that, an Airbnb booking popped up on my phone, which I accepted, of course. Now, this isn't to say that I had necessarily just manifested this by speaking it out loud, because I had been meditating on this Airbnb booking and extra money for a few days before this incident happened, but it does go to show how accurate the universe is and can be when we are in full alignment. The truth of the matter is, we have instant manifestations all the time. The instant manifestations, however, don't come in the actual physical manifestation of our thoughts and our focus, but rather in the emotions and mental pictures that we experience when we think about things, whether or not it's something we want or we don't want. Because you see, the way we experience things as conscious beings is through our awareness and our imagination. And wherever our mind goes, we experience in some way, shape, or form what we're imagining, and we experience the emotions of it happening. Whether it's a gratitude or love or joy that comes along with that thought or the opposite, but that emotion that we feel when thinking about those things that we're imagining is the indication that we're experiencing that thought or the effects of those thoughts as if it were happening right then and there. And that is the basis of all instant manifestation. And when we're able to get to that place voluntarily and at will, where we experience the feeling of what we want to manifest with ease, and we experience the instant manifestation on that energetic, emotional level, the potential of being able to manifest these things on a physical level instantly or on a much, much shorter time frame than usual becomes an absolute reality. So hopefully this video gives you a better idea of how to experience quicker manifestations and helps you understand whether or not instant manifestation is within the realm of possibility. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button down below, as it does help out the channel. And if you like content like this and haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button for upcoming videos, and do hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when new videos come out. Once again, my name is Jason, and as always, I thank you for watching, and remember that you are the change. I'll see you guys in the next video.